I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't That's why I spend my life with you.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. While you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload. Shout out to all my subscribers and all of my supporters. Thank you to each and every last one of you that sent over Cash Apps, PayPals, Super Chats, etc.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. Damn.
Yes, of course, we have to talk about it. Yesterday, I was speaking about Winter leaving Love and Marriage DC and basically Carlos King ignoring that. And the Queen has come out with a video, an interview with Winter Harris. And I want to put emphasis on Harris because she did clarify in the video with Queen Sheba that her name is not Winter Williams. She's asked for her name to be changed back to Harris multiple times, but they still address her as Winter Williams. And Queen Sheba also pointed out she thought that was very familiar, as do I. We are going to be dissecting and unpacking this interview to the T. So I'm going to be releasing multiple interviews about this interview because I thought there were a lot of interesting things that need to be pointed out. But for now, I just want to give my overall review of the interview. And shout out to Queen Sheba because, per usual, she did an amazing job. And in my opinion, there were a lot of things clarified and there was a lot of things revealed that I didn't know anything about. So again, shout out to Queen Sheba. She just has a way with interviewing people, making them feel warm, welcome, and just open and transparent, ready to be transparent. This overall interview basically clarified a lot of the things that we continue to speak about when it comes to Carlos King. Now, Carlos did release a video on his Instagram, not pertaining to this interview, but he released a video on his Instagram, basically doubling down and just slapping the audience in his face and saying, I don't have to review the show if I don't want to. And in my opinion, that goes to show his ego. It seems as though he's intentionally not reviewing the show because that's what people want. It seems as though he's intentionally not firing Martell because that's what people want. And his ego and his pride don't want to give the people what they want. Or in my opinion, he doesn't want to be controlled by the audience. Those are just the vibes that I get. And we know Martell is still on the show because they just released that Love and Marriage Huntsville will be back May the 4th. But we'll talk about that in a different video. Y'all know I'm not really reviewing the show. I've never really reviewed the show anyway. So one of the things that Winter revealed was the fact that Carlos King is not really that connected with the audience and they don't really know him like that. She also revealed that it seemed like them, meaning him in production, took a step back as soon as Monique quit. And she knew that Monique was quitting because her and Monique had a conversation about it prior to Monique not coming back to the show. She said that in the conversation that she had with Monique, Monique basically told her, nobody's your friend, watch her back, etc. She also revealed some interesting details about her first reunion and how she felt about being attacked. And Queen Sheba, shout out to her because she also brought another example to the floor of how they continuously protect abusive men. Winter was basically stating that she didn't grow up in an abusive household. She didn't grow up in a toxic household. She grew up in a household with both of her parents. She's always had her dad in her life. So she isn't used to men yelling at her. And when that happened to her, she was really taken back and nobody came to her defense. She was the only woman the only single woman on the cast, and when she was explaining the story, I really felt bad for her because those are some of the same things that we see and have experienced or saw Mel go through when it came to the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. So some of the consistencies is very clear that they are pro-male and they align themselves with abusive men and protect them and don't necessarily protect the women that are on the cast. And to me, that is disturbing because majority of the audience is women or are women. I'm sorry about that, you guys. So again, in my opinion, all of these things are going down and it shows a lack of protection for the women. So although he tries to gaslight us and say that we produce negative content and we try to throw people under the bus, what's more negative, us talking about the negative content that you display on a national platform, or you contributing to the negativity that we get to discuss on our platform by way in which producing the negative content for us to talk about? We'll break that down and go more in depth on that topic a little bit later on in a different video. She said nobody came to her defense when she was being attacked on the reunion, not Carlos, not any of the women, not any of the men. The only person that came to her defense was basically Monique's husband, Chris Samuels. And when that happened, she didn't want to go back to the show, but she was told that she would have a chance to redeem herself and basically fix her story. And before we get into that, because I'm not necessarily going in any order, I'm just going based off of my memory. She was explaining that she didn't even want to do the show and had no plans on being on the show. At first, she was contacted by Monique and she had agreed to it. And then some very personal things started going on in her life, so she backed out last minute. At one point, they were filming or something of the sort with Mel. Mel got sick, and so Monique called her and asked her if she could be available for filming that one part or that one scene, and she agreed to it. Then later on down the line, she became the laughingstock of the season, basically. What was also interesting is she revealed that Angela, and you guys may remember Angela's name. Angela's name comes up a lot when talking about casting, etc. Her and Carlos are close. They are business partners, in my opinion, or what I thought. They were working on this together. And you guys may remember some of the interviews. Mel was mentioning Angela's name. You guys may remember some of the interviews where Stormy mentioned Angela's name. Well, apparently that same Angela no longer works with Carlos. And that's something that Winter revealed. That's also something that I didn't know about. And another thing that I didn't know about, to me, that was tea, is that Angela ended up leaving abruptly. And when Angela left, she sent out emails to everyone. Winter let it be known that she had a conversation with Angela, and that last conversation that she had with Angela, she let Angela know that she wasn't coming back to the show. So although Carlos King tries to continue to gaslight us and play in our face, he knew that she wasn't coming back by way in which social media, and I'm pretty sure Angela revealed to him that she wasn't coming back. And she also said, Winter, that is, said that when she told Angela she wasn't coming back, Angela basically told her they'll revisit the conversation. But she basically doubled down and told Angela, it's no need to revisit. I'm not coming back. So maybe Queen Sheba needs to get an interview with Angela and figure out what was that about. Because now I'm intrigued. Because people like to throw out there, oh, Mel is always losing her friends, this, that, and the third. But Mel ain't lose one close friend yet. Carlos literally have a track record of doing Black women in the industry wrong. He was the producer on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with Mimi, Jocelyn, and Stevie saga. He was the producer with the Candy, Phaedra, and Portia saga, allegedly. And he was literally the snake in between the Mel and Martell saga, along with many other sagas, but these are just the most famous ones. Winter also thought it was funny that Carlos said on his podcast that, or on his YouTube channel, that he didn't get any type of email or resignation letter. And I thought it was real shady how Winter basically said, if he wants it in writing, I'll put my 2 weeks notice in. And she is letting it be known she's not coming back. So she don't care what Carlos says. She's not coming back. But baby, here's the shit that I really want to talk about, because I have a little bit of understanding of why the cast, the cancer hunter that is after my funds. And that's because allegedly they ain't making that much. Now, granted, Love and Marriage DC price might not be the same price as Love and Marriage Huntsville, but we still know they ain't making that much. We also know that Maurice sends out emails to people trying to convince them that he sues multi-million-dollar corporations, etc., so people should stand down. So maybe that's how he gets a little bit of the money that he gets, by way of doing that, suing people and using Kimmy up for whatever it is that she has. Because I don't give a fuck what none of y'all telling me, okay? I guarantee you he not paying all the bills over there. I guarantee you Kimmy is over there fitting the bill as well as turning over and suffering through it. But Winter revealed that they weren't even making more than $2,500 an episode. Now, bitch, this is not bitch to Winter, okay? But I'm saying now, bitch, just in general, bitch. I mean, the YouTubers make more than that, baby. I think Maurice is jealous because we make more money talking about them than they make putting their shit on the episodes. Because I am perplexed. And when she said they don't even, what she did say is she can't really confirm or say numbers, but she don't make more than $2,500 an episode. And she also said that Monique didn't make more, and she was the highest paid person, didn't make more than $3,000. So again, okay, the YouTubers, okay, are making more than them, but they always motherfucking talking shit about the motherfucking bloggers. The bloggers support more than them. The subscribers support us more than them, and that's really why they mad. How many people pulled up to the bowling boobies bullshit? And I'm sorry, that's not to say that cancer is bullshit, because if you want to be on the surface and dumb as fuck, I'm gonna let you live in your own sorrows. I don't give a fuck, ho. I'm saying that Kimmy has not showed us anything about her titties being affected due to cancer, how they felt, if they were a pain. Like, we don't know anything about her entire journey, but yet they want to allegedly film a bowling for boobies charity event. This is what I mean by people being disingenuous, okay? Being very extremely disingenuous. So y'all put together a bowling for boobies event, charity event, which shout out to everybody that beat cancer. And we are praying for everybody that's currently going through the battle, and sending much love to anybody that has lost anyone due to cancer, because it's big fucks to cancer, but it's bigger fucks to people that try to play in my motherfucking face about it. Not saying she didn't go through it, but to me, it is so disturbing how you are putting together this event, this charity event, bowling for boobies, but you never discussed anything about your entire journey, but the fact that you wanted to have sex and your libido was dry. Maybe more people would be prone to supporting y'all if y'all was transparent. So big shout outs to Winter for being completely open and transparent, because it's not always easy being the black sheep, trying to fit in and go along to get along just for the sake of sake. So it is my belief that Maurice is trying to sue content creators and bloggers because he not getting paid for his own story, and we making way more than him. But it probably feels like we not making more than him because we not out here buying money on trash ass Lamborghini. It's a super expensive car to maintain, and your check's not that big. So in my opinion, I think he buys those cars for Toro, but that's not why we here, okay? Winter basically said that they pimping them out for pennies. Winter also said her story was more like Risa Tisa, and they had the golden opportunity to capitalize off of her story because she was willing to be open and transparent, but they insisted on villainizing her because, in my opinion, Carlos King has a stupid, annoying habit of thinking that people want to see Black women pinned against each other. So instead of him going in depth on Winter's story of being lied to, manipulated, gaslit, he insisted on having her be the relationship coach that is in a bad marriage, can't pick a partner, going after other people's marriage, basically painting her out to be a hater. And Winter basically said that the people that are painting her out to do this is production and Carlos. He's the one that signs off on it. And to make matters worse, because I wasn't talking about this because I had to go in on Cancer Hunter broke ass, along with them only getting paid not even $2,500, so under $2,500 per episode, they didn't even get a glam budget, So a lot of their fashions, a lot of their makeup literally had to come out of pocket. Me personally, this is just where I'm gonna say y'all don't know how to market yourselves properly. Because if you're on a TV show, I'm almost positive you can get a Fashion Nova deal, you can get a Shein deal, you can get a deal with these brands to where they're literally paying you thousands of dollars to wear their clothes on the show. So that's the only thing I'm gonna say on that. Now, the only person that I know that is doing that is Mill, and she does that with Jay Bolin. Now, how much y'all want to bet? Because we don't know any of them to have any type of brand ambassador deals or anything like that. But this is the first time that I've mentioned it. We don't know any of them to have it. And I'm not talking about Love and Marriage DC, but I'm talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, how much you want to bet them hoes go and try to find them some type of brand ambassador deal? How much you want to bet? But yes, all I'm saying is you can be a little bit more smart, like Winter said in the interview with Queen Sheba, because she took it as a promotional budget, basically, is how she took her check from Love and Marriage DC. And all I would say is that was great, along with reaching out to brands that have clothes and things like that, stylists or whatnot, and having them dress you and clothe you and basically pay you to market them on the show, because it is on network. So regardless, Fashion Nova would have did it, Shein would have did it. Even though she threw shade at them, they still would have paid you. So imagine you getting less than $2,000 per episode, but Shein or Fashion Nova or one of them other brands are paying you $10,000 and sending you clothes to talk about on the show, because they doing that, girl. And if Gen Z is out here doing it, y'all can do it. Y'all just got to get y'all head in the game and stop thinking that y'all better than influencers. And not saying that that's Winter, but all I'm saying is, because people like Stormy be trying to throw shade, but y'all can really rock out. All of the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast, if they stop walking around like they shit don't stink, be transparent, open, and honest, and be smarter about their business rather than trying to keep up with the Joneses. Be smarter about the struggle of it all. If you fell off and you have to start over, be honest about it, because people want to see how you get back up, and that people will actually root for you. We saw it with Mel, and we are witnessing it now with Winter. A lot of people are rooting for her and they want to see her win. Now, I'm going to be talking more about the interview that Queen Sheba did. So y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload.
Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.